Hey everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. It is Monday, December 15th, 2025. I wanted to come here and share with you guys, it's a very sad story. I mean, Christmas is just, next week. I just want to give you a trigger warning. When I heard about this, I was like, is this even real? Right? And it actually did happen. And right now, what they're saying is that a mom of two was found inside a cooler, a walk-in refrigerator inside of a Dollar Tree store in Miami. So this is breaking news right now. They just released her name, and she's apparently is a visitor from Nicaragua, where she had two children over there. Right? She was just here. They don't know exactly, who she was with. Apparently, it looks like as though she entered the store on her own, walked through a restricted area at Dollar Tree, and found herself in one of those walk-in coolers. And she was found the next day. This happened this Saturday night. She was found Sunday morning at around 8 a.m. by one of the employees that came to open the store for business yesterday, Sunday morning. So this is very sad, you guys. There is a GoFundMe that the family created to help out to transport her body back to Nicaragua. And the crazy thing also, I mean, it's so hard to believe that this actually happened, that no employees heard any noises. I understand that dollar stores are always busy, right? And especially this time now when, like I just said, Christmas is just next week. They're always busy, usually very low staff too, right? They could have probably the only two employees working. They both have huge lines at the front, right, in the cashier section. And usually near the back area, you never see anybody like doing stack. I, from my understanding, was that Dollar Tree does the overnight replenishment of the stack, and they do a lot overnight with the crew and things like that. But even so, how can nobody hear anything, right? Not even a customer, a late night customer passing through the back, right? Let's just say, everybody's at the front. That's where a lot of the commotion is. And the two employees that they probably have there working, and nobody passing through the back heard anything, right? The police is saying right now that they believe that there is no foul play, so this is very questionable. They also believe that she entered the restricted area by herself, and that she entered the cooler, the refrigerator, I keep saying cooler, by herself also. And the another bizarre thing about this is that her body was found unresponsive, like I said, Sunday morning, and she was found completely nude. And that's what they're saying. So let me read to you guys more information. I'm sure as the day go by, we're hopefully gonna get more clear details to know exactly what happened here. Like there is no sensors, right? That alert and a staff or security staff or Dollar Tree that say somebody just went to your restricted area, right? Especially when you know that Dollar Tree stores are usually super busy, right? So who's the security here? Like, what type of system do they have? There is no, um, there is no sensor inside the refrigerator, the cooler, that lets an employee know there's a movement here. There's a motion in this refrigerator. Check before you close out for the night, or any type of alert. Any buzzing sound, anything. Nobody heard any screaming, nothing like this. It's very, very strange. And we're talking about a healthy 32-year-old woman too, right? Who was an anesthesiology. I might be mispronouncing that. She's a anesthesiologist in her native country of Nicaragua. So let me read you guys this, and I'll read some of the comments too. A mother of two and an accomplished anesthesiologist was found dead inside the walk-in freezer of a Dollar Tree store in Florida. Police officers responded to the Dollar Tree Miami around 8 a.m. after an employee reported seeing a dead woman inside the store. Helen Maciel Garaz Sanchez, 32 years old, was identified as the woman authorities discovered inside the store. And it says here that the employee also said that Sanchez was found naked. according to the dispatch audio from the call. So a complaint about a naked female in the cooler of the store. That's what the police heard over the scanner when they got the call, right? No foul play has been suspected, and the surveillance footage hasn't raised any alarms. But Sanchez's death remains under investigation. I mean, this is so. I mean, because even like for a body to be found naked, I mean, it's a freezer, okay? So you would think it would be more of a need for her to be covering herself, not to be the opposite, right? The circumstances surrounding her death remain unclear. Sanchez was a doctor in Nicaragua who was abroad when the tragic accident occurred, and she dedicated her life to medicine, earning recognition as an anesthesiologist specializing in congenital heart disease. Her work brought hope and healing to countless children and families. Her compassion, skill, and commitment to saving young lives define both her career and her character. According to the Gofundme campaign that the family is created to, like I said earlier, to help out with the cost of transporting her body back to Nicaragua. She is also a mother of two, who the two children are over there in her country. And people are saying, I cannot believe that this actually happened. And also too, and I know, Christmas is next week and all of that, but Dollar Tree closed all the way to 1 p.m. and then they reopen up to regular, normal business hours, right? In my opinion, I thought that was a little too fast for the store to be reopened right away. Especially, I mean, because Dollar Trees, there's always one so close by another, right? At least wait like a whole day for it, to reopen the store back to regular business hours. So, let me read to you guys some of the comments here. And like I said, also, I will be putting the link for the GoFundMe. You guys know that I do support GoFundMe because it's a way that we can come together and donate monetary and have compassion for people who are struggling with something. But if you cannot do that, you can share the link on your social media. You can also pray for the family. So my question in this, I have so many questions in this case, because like if she's visiting here, right, and maybe she's visiting for Christmas or doing something, whatever. Like usually you will have people with you, or if you don't, you say, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna go to this store. But like, who was she staying with? And nobody went and checked and say, wait, it's 10 p.m. She hasn't returned. Let's see, you know, let's go back to the store she said she was gonna go to, right? I was also thinking maybe there was a language barrier and she didn't see like any signs that said restricted. Maybe they're all in English. I was thinking that, but then the back of the store is a very normal thing to see everywhere, right? That you enter like you're like, okay, I'm not supposed to be here. Like I can, even if perhaps you don't cannot understand the signs, you can probably feel it because it doesn't look like a store anymore, right? It's a back room. And I also wonder like how come these refrigerators, right? The walk-in refrigerators, they don't have an opening harness in the inside of it. Because if this happened to just a random customer, it could happen to an employee. There is no sensor alerting anybody that says, there's a motion here. Like what is the procedure of a Dollar Tree employee to close down the store, right? What do they check? Do I have to go back inside the refrigerators? Do they have to replenish before they close the store out? Things like that you kind of question, like how can this happen? How can they miss a whole person in the back room? Because it's not like a big warehouse store. It's a dollar. I mean, I know some of them they could be bigger, but it's a Dollar Tree, right? They're not usually they're not that big. So it's just like I said, it's a lot of questions. So hopefully we'll get more answers after they done with the investigation. I was trying to see some of the comments that people are saying because this one is very, this is very unheard of. You can understand, like, maybe an employee will do something like that, but why, how come she was back there? And they say after checking the cameras, they say that she basically walked herself back there. So, hmm, did she know anybody that worked there? Like, so many questions, right? So, right now, unfortunately, okay, let's see. I was trying to see some of the comments. It's just, it's very sad for something like this to happen. And it's just, it's so hard, like, even like to say anything about it too, because it's very unheard of. So I cannot get to the comments right now, guys. I wanted to see what other people were commenting about. Maybe I can now. Let's see. No, it's just a mom of two wander into the back room of a Dollar Tree. And I know, like, for her to be naked, like, I know one thing, that could be, maybe that's a sign right there, because I remember hearing a story about somebody who got lost during a snowstorm, and the body temperature when it's really cold, um, I know there's a medical term for it, I just can't think of it right now, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I know it can make people a little delusional to the point that they feel like they're actually warm instead of cold, and they start taking the clothes off or something like this, right? I heard about that one time on a case that's like somebody got stranded during a snowstorm, and it happened like a couple of days, and they ended up, you know, they got out of the car and said, we can't stay here anymore. Let's start walking during this huge, massive snowstorm. And I think it was the dad of if a dad who did let me go get help, right? And they actually found him naked by the river during frozen, right? Basically. So that could be the reason why her body was found naked too. It's just, it's so sad. How can they don't have a sensor to let them know, like, somebody's back there, somebody's in, there's emotion in the fridge, nobody heard anything, things like this. So I can get to the comments right now. You guys, so let me know what you think about this case. I know it's very strange. It's very unfortunate, right? Remember, she has two kids in Nicaragua, so we pray for the family. And like I said, I'm gonna share the Gofundme. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening to the podcast. God bless.